Hi everybody, Laura here for Simon's Stamp. Thank you so much for joining me today. I've got a fun actually I have a couple of projects to share with you, and they're using these adorable Peking dies by Simon's Stamp. We've got the Peking dog and cat and bunny and Peking frog, and I thought, hey, the more the merrier. Put them all together on one card. How can you resist? So what I'm doing here is lining them up. I trimmed a panel of Neenah Solar White cardstock. It's square, just large enough that you could fit 4 of these on. I believe the panel's like 4.5 by 4.5 or something around that size. And I'm trying to cock the head slightly, ever so slightly to the side. Gives them a little bit of swagger that way. I hold them down with Post-it tape, take it off camera, run it through my die cutting machine, and look at how adorable these are. As you can see, the frog eyes fall out, but that's okay. I'm going to add a little googly eye later on for some excitement. Now I have a card base that I trim slightly larger, so it's probably about 5 by 5 inches, I'm guessing. And then I'm going to mask off behind each of the window panel, the window openings for the animals. Going to mask it off and ink blend a different color behind each one. It's a little bit of a harebrained idea, but I always come up with these harebrained ideas, and I can't stop until I give it a shot. Okay, and I use way too much Post-it tape than one should use on a card, but I always do that, and I can't stop it. I think I need an intervention. So my first square behind the bunny is going to be the blue square. I'm starting with Mermaid Lagoon and Blueprint Sketch. Each square is going to be slightly two-toned. It gives you that gradient goodness that we all love so much. And I go back and forth between the two colors to get a nice seamless blend, just like so. And then I try to be thrifty and nifty and reuse the Post-it tape. See that? But you always got to be careful. You don't want to contaminate your color, especially when you're going for the squeeze lemonade. Got to use everything clean, clean hands, clean tape, clean blenders when you're using the squeeze lemonade. And so this box is the green box. So I got Twisted Citron and Crushed Olive. Going back and forth between those two colors. And then the tweezers also are a lifesaver. They are. This box is the pink. Actually, it's pinky red. The colors are Picked Raspberry and Candied Apple, my little Distress Mini inks, and my Distress ink blenders, the old standbys. I grab them. I could probably do it in my sleep. But I will say the new brushes are just lovely as can be. But, you know, it's hard to teach an old dog new tricks, is what it is. So now this is the yellow and orange box. We got Squeezed Lemonade and Spiced Marmalade. Hoping that I got this all lined up how it's supposed to go. Now this is like Christmas morning, peeling off the masking, and then I put all kinds of slivers of foam tape on the back of my die cut panel, and you got to pop it up. The dimension and the shadow is what it's all about. Now I'm taking teensy tiny little slivers of that foam tape and putting them inside the frog eyes, and I'm going to tape on or kind of pop up a googly eye. Using this jewel picker thingamajiggy, and I'll tell you what, I love that little tool. That's nice. I usually just lick my finger, and that's kind of gross, but like the jewel picker is the way to go. So here's an oldie but a goodie. It's called the You Matter stamp set, and I love it. I actually designed it, so I'm a little biased, but it allows you to make a ton of really encouraging sentiments. This one says, "You make me smile," and I'm embossing this in white onto some black cardstock. So after I heat this with the heat gun, I will take one of those sentiment label dies to trim it out. One thing I love about this You Matter stamp set is, you know how there's the big scripty handwritten U? Well, there's also a small U. So because sometimes you don't have room for the big scripty U. You only have room for a straight little small sentiment like I'm using here. Well, you can have that too. You can have your cake and eat it too. Now, I had one more idea that I wanted to try. Die cutting these into some solid color cardstock. So I went ahead and trimmed them all square. I believe I should have wrote down these measurements, but I just made squares that were just big enough to cover the circle. They're probably about 2 inches each, maybe about 2 inches. Again, teeny little slivers of foam tape on the back to pop them up. The dimension in the shadow is the secret sauce in life. And then more little foam tape in the frog eyes to pop up the googly eyes. And then another sentiment I went ahead and embossed from the You Matter. I put a little bit of foam tape in the middle of that so my sentiment doesn't sag. Nothing worse than a saggy sentiment. And so we got one that says, you make me smile, and the other one says, you are the best. So there you have these adorable peeking critters all together, one little happy family, and two different ways you can add color. This first one added the color with the ink blending, and then the second card added the color with the solid color cardstock. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for joining me today. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.